So in the first part of this video, I am going to be showing you how to attach the litter bag to the little buttons that are in the tray. I marked the buttons in the tray with black marker so you could see like this is where the hole goes. It's like buttoning a jacket. Be mindful that the bag that I am showing in this video has been soaked with water because my new kitten has a habit of peeing on these bags for some reason. So don't mind the way the bag looks in this video. In this next clip, I'm going to be showing you the inside of the litter globe as well as the chamber and the litter mat. So I put an arrow in this video to show you where that mat is. That mat comes out and you can clean it. So several months ago, earlier in this year, I had experienced really bad odor inside of the litter box. I thought it was a litter box. It was, but it was actually the fault of my own. When I had taken out the litter mat that is shown with the arrow, I did not attach it correctly. And so anytime my cats would pee, the urine or whatever else would go underneath the mat and it would be left there to like ferment. And it was the worst smell ever. So when you are cleaning out that little mat inside of the globe, make sure that it is attached correctly and sealed so that way urine is not going underneath the mat to ferment and that it's staying inside of the litter globe where your litter is. So I'm going to just show you the buttons on the front of the machine so you understand which ones to use. Whenever you do put in any sort of new litter, if you're adding new litter to the machine, you always have to reset and then press cycle. So you're going to press number 3, then press number 1. If you want to just cycle it on your own, you're going to press number 1. If you want to empty out the entire globe of whatever is inside that globe, you press number 2. So I'm going to be really honest about my experience with the PetSnowy over the past year. Sorry it took so long to upload this video. There have been a couple of reasons why it took so long to upload this video. So when I first purchased this PetSnowy last year in the summertime, I had, I guess, gotten their like first model. And I loved it. I never had an issue with it at all. However, there was a storm that happened earlier this year. The power went out, and for some reason, after that storm, the machine went haywire. And what I noticed is that ever since that storm, the litter machine, the globe would cycle and then it would stop midway and it would not notify me if there was an issue with the machine. So my cats, gosh, I don't know how long they would go, but um, they were not able to get inside of the machine to urinate, and the machine did not notify me. So after a couple days of trying to troubleshoot it myself, I've reached out to PetSnowy and they sent me a new machine. So this new machine is a lot different. Not a lot different, but you can see that there are things that are different from the first machine I had to the second one. There are little stickers on the inside of the machine that were not on the first model that I had. And I'm guessing these stickers that are on the machine kind of guarantee the warranty or prevent the owner from doing things that may mess up the machine. And I'll insert some pictures or put in some arrows of these differences in the video. Also, if you can look at my old video and look at my new one, you can see that the control panel is designed just a wee bit different. And also when I got the newer machine, I noticed that the directions, the big portfolio or brochure that you get with the litter box is a little bit different. The instructions are a little bit different. However, I mean, it still performs the same. Everything's the same, but you can tell that the newer model is designed a little bit different. It does everything that it needs to do. I don't see a difference in the performance. Now, I know there are some people, I've seen the comments in the videos about asking about, the bags and the fragrance. I have tried my own method of bags and it didn't work as effectively as the PetSnowy bags. I will say I would hope that PetSnowy makes the reserve or the litter tray a little bit bigger to hold a little more litter. Because with two cats now, I am changing out their litter bag every 4 to 5 days, and it's stuffed. And unfortunately, when I pull the bag out, I'm only using about half of the bag once I pull it up out of the tray. However, it is still the most effective and cleanest method over using like regular trash bags in there. I did try to use my own fragrance instead of using the PetSnowy fragrance. It worked, but it wasn't as effective. It wasn't as powerful. So, use whatever you feel you want to use. But I do enjoy using the PetSnowy bags and the PetSnowy fragrance. They've been the most effective. I've had some comments asking if my cats have had an issue with the mat. My cats have not scratched through a shred through the mat. And currently I'm using Arm& Hammer's Hardball litter. It has been fantastic. Previously, I used the pine litter. I'll have to put it in the description box of the litter that did not work. It was awful. It was the worst litter I have ever used in my entire life. It smelled like horrible when I was using that litter. The Arm& Hammer Hardball litter has been the most effective. It's a little like sandy like, but it's been effective. Also, one thing that I think some owners of the PetSnowy should be mindful of is when the power does shut off, it asks the owner to go to the machine and press the number 3 button. One thing that I don't like about that is what if I'm on vacation and I'm away from this machine and I can't press the number 3 button? It would be really helpful if I could do that remotely. So that's one thing that I think PetSnowy or any owner should be mindful of is with power outages, and the PetSnowy, it seems to have like some sort of issue.